I mean, that's what you want out of the finals.
You've heard me say before that because you have a close game doesn't mean that you had a good game. You just had stakes at the end.
But we feel like the best team won, yeah? We had a Final Four that featured 4 1 seeds.
I didn't see proof yesterday that team was better than Houston. They beat Houston. Houston fell apart at the end, but Houston led that entire game. And when the referees allowed them to play, Houston led by double digits. And then all of a sudden they started officiating the game totally different. The second half did not allow for the same physicality. When they allowed Houston to be physical, Houston was drowning. Look, Florida's got the best offense in the sport. They had 25 points at the half. They've got the best offense in the sport. I expect them to get into the 80s every time they play.
But those were 2 of the top 6 defensive teams in college basketball this entire season. And you know what I always say, Dan? Defense wins championships. I mean, I don't know what you wanted. You had a 2-point game. It's Florida.
I wanted good basketball.
It's the game, police. Whoop, whoop. Not a good game.
Jesus.
Not a good game.
You're admitting yourself that all these teams were close. We're splitting hairs in a 1-game sample. Sometimes the games turn into rock fights. I mean, it's not uncommon for a championship final to be ugly.
I will tell you what it is that disappointed me at the end. Even though we are now paying the players and we're distorting the sport, even though Mike says that he enjoyed the Final Four games, I didn't think it was enough to save the entirety of a bad tournament when you get chalk at the end and very few upsets, and then the last game is a real atrocity that is something with stakes and feels dramatic, but the punctuation of, I felt worse for Emmanuel Sharp than I felt good for anybody on the court.